Hi guys. Okay, so I want to talk about energy interference. This is not to say you are walking around and people are constantly attacking you. It could be that energy interference means you're carrying something like a wound or something you haven't healed from, and it's sitting in one of your like your heart, your third eye, your root. And I'm going to explain how each one feels just so you can identify what needs to be healed. And I'll explain how to heal that, okay? It's not as hard as you think, but when people talk about shadow work, it's really confusing. It's like, what the fuck is a shadow? And how do you do the work? I was really sorry. I have a bit of energy interference myself from doing a cleansing on someone's house last night. So I look a little rough, but I still want to get this message out because I noticed I'm getting a few followers in regards to energy interference. And I just want to get the message out there for you, okay? You came here for the show, we're going to give you the show. So your energy field, I wrote a few notes down. Physical layer, sudden physical discomfort. It can also look like chronic, like it can be constant. There's pain in your back, or there's a pain in your neck, or you're always burping, and you just can't get a clear mind. And it could be like headaches. Headaches are a big one. Dry skin, rashes, stuff like this. Keep an eye out. That is either a wound that's trying to heal and trying to make itself known. Energy that needs to be healed or addressed. I'm just gonna talk about this whole video as in you are in control of this energy. We're not giving your power away. We're not gonna talk about divination because at this point it's on you and you just need to get rid of it. And how to get rid of it is acknowledge it and take your control. Okay, let's get started. It doesn't matter where it came from. If you try to, sorry, you're gonna hear my nieces and nephews yelling, as you guys know in all videos. But if you try and figure out who did it or try and pin it on someone, you are opening the door and saying, yes, you did this to me, okay? And now there's a source going back and forth, okay? Let's not do that. Let's just say, nope, nothing can interfere, and whatever's here, I'm gonna get rid of it. So let's go. And then the mental layer. So it could be shift in personality, like someone who's usually chill or really fun and upbeat, just suddenly miserable. And maybe even a little obsessive. I'll get into all of the symptoms though. Let's see. Okay, so it could be unusual anxiety, like shaking and just can't settle down and you don't want to go out in public. This is the mental layer. And sudden fear, like all of a sudden you're not grounded and you're really worried. Like I know when someone's doing root work on me, like if someone's talking about how either, I'm just gonna use a prime example. I don't know if anyone's doing this and I don't give a shit. That's the mentality you should keep. But it could be someone saying I'm a loser, the work I'm doing is not helping anyone, and I think I'm godly. They're trying to defame me and discredit me. And the way to get rid of that is say, no, I'm confident in who I am. My thoughts are not reality, and I can easily get rid of that, okay? That's a very easy way just to cut it off right there. It's hard to recognize when you start practicing this stuff because for me, I always thought I just had continuous obsessive anxiety, but when I realized, whoa, there's someone or something that needs to be healed, for me, it was a really big wound. If you guys haven't seen my trauma video, I cry in it, but after I did that, all of a sudden, I'm so fucking, you know? It might be that you guys have something that's coming up right now because with all these moons and new shifts and stuff, a lot of people are scared that people are trying to harm them, but it's a wound connected to someone who possibly did cause us harm in the past. Excuse me, and now it's surfacing, now it's coming up and it's resonating with them and we think they're sending attacks, and this person could just be, you know, sitting on their porch drinking a beer and we're like freaking out because this wound is so, it's boiling, it's ready to get out, it's ready to leave. Your body does not want to carry it anymore. You'll notice a physical difference when you guys start doing the shadow work. I'll help you with that, okay? Okay, so, and then now there's the emotional alerts, feeling uptight, the mood swings, depression, feeling low and you don't know why. It's not mental, like you're not feeling fear, you don't have toxic thought cycles, you're not obsessive, there's no like, okay, there probably is unusual anxiety with this. The emotional alert, and you know, this could be depression. Someone could just be like in sleeping all day, low energy, just not there, and just doesn't have the capacity for other people. But they want people to have the capacity for them. Does that make sense? Like that's how the emotional layer works. It can get a little selfish there. Don't feel bad about it because we all have needs and we all should be more compassionate with each other, okay? Okay, so then spiritual layer, disconnected from spirit and straight up delusional, like paranoia, thinking that they know everything and just not connected with self and source, totally lost, maybe even egotistical, like arrogant, okay? That could be a sign. It's gonna be really hard to tell this stuff at first, but I'm just gonna explain like the layers, okay? So yeah, as I was saying, like it doesn't have to be attachments, spiritual attachments or anything like this. It could actually be your ego trying to get you to keep a wound and live within that wound. And a lot of times ego does not want to feel shame. Ego doesn't want to solve the problem. Ego wants to blame, compare, and compromise, okay? And compete. Like I'm better than that person because I've done this. And that's a wound. Okay, that's being compared and whatnot. We'll get more into that after, if we need to. Okay, so, and let's see here. I notice whenever I have energy interference, my heart chakra is really affected. It's closed, and I'm not able to receive love or allow anything or get input from anyone. I'm really stubborn and stuck in my ways. It's like, no, I feel this way and it's valid. And if you don't agree with me, blah, 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 just going off, you know? Just not able to reciprocate, not able to receive love, guidance, information, nothing. Very closed off. This is something creating a blockage, okay? And that's not normal. You're not naturally like that. I just want you to know that. You're naturally very beautiful and empathetic, okay? Even if you've never felt that way. That's naturally what you should be like. Soft, empathetic, and understanding. Okay, so let's talk about the main chakra centers. We have the crown. This could be confusion, disconnection, discombobulated, and not sure about what you're doing next, and can't focus. This is right here. The crown chakra is right at the top of your head. You could also have like tingles, weird tingles and constant headaches, okay? So your third eye, you know, a lot of people don't realize how closed off their third eye is until they hear the symptoms. It's excessive thought cycles, how do I explain this? It's like a low buzzing sound, like a staticky shh. That's energy interference in your third eye. It's connected, like see how it goes here? That's how you can tell. If you're connected enough to hear that shh all the time, that's energy interference. I just want you to know that. In the description box, to get started on cleansing your energy with a little bit of Reiki and whatnot, go ahead and check it out, okay? I have really dry skin today. It's because I messed with this. I cleansed a spirit last night, so I gotta go shed some skin in the bathtub. Oh, and another thing. Okay, so with that, play a meditation or one of the Reiki in a salt bath, okay? Light a candle. This sounds creepy, I know, but candles, they just naturally burn and lift energy, okay? It transmutes. Does that make sense? Like it burns whatever's in the air and it just turns it to nothing. Does that make sense? I don't know how else to explain it to you, but candles are good transmuters, okay? Always have a candle lit. That's why people feel peaceful when they have a fire or a candle going. If you have a fireplace, even better, grab yourself a cup of chamomile tea after a bath, go sit down in front of the fire, throw on a meditation or a really calming, heartwarming movie, okay? Don't watch horror while you're in the midst of healing, because it interrogates that feeling while you're trying to cleanse. It's not a good theme to watch a scary movie while you're cleansing. Okay, so throat. stuttering, mumbling, mispronouncing words like I do. I can confide in you guys, and I know because you guys believe in this stuff. I have someone always trying to close my throat chakra. Like, I got a reading done recently, and they actually said, someone doesn't want you to have this channel. Someone doesn't want you to communicate. How to tell when there's divination and interference. And I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna keep going, even if I'm saying understand it and malapations, you know, like instead of manifestation. I fuck up my words all the time, but I'm gonna keep trucking because you guys get it. My speak is a little fucked up because of this. Also, I have dyslexia and ADD, so it kind of it gets fucked with. No voice. You could be like, right now I have a scratchy voice and I get a little tongue-tied today. And you can like talk fast and trip over your words. That is your throat chakra being fucked with. And it's like, oh, how else can I explain this? It's like you're scared to express yourself. Like, if usually you're not the type to be scared, you're like nervous to say something that you're really feeling. Does that make sense? That's your throat chakra being messed with. You'll notice interference if you get like a throat tickle or an infection or anything like that. Pay attention, drink some chamomile tea, and listen to an energy cleansing Reiki video, okay? Okay, so heart. When your heart is closed, you can be selfish, needy, and just unable to receive anything. Like, say you're in a relationship, things could be going downhill because it's like, nope. Any relationship, actually. You're taking a lot. And you don't want to give. You feel like you don't need to give. And really you don't, but it's just more exaggerated with the heart chakra being closed. I hope this is making sense to you guys. And if you can feel energy, if you're at that state, I just want to say it'll feel like a solid chest pain, or you'll have acid reflux or heartburn. Those are all big signs, okay? Tums is not going to fix this. It's actually energy that you need to release. I really suggest meditating every night. I'm going to throw on a chakra cleansing 8-hour meditation in the description box as well. Throw that on while you're sleeping if you can. And just be really mindful before you fall asleep. Make your intention to cleanse everything out, okay? Just all you have to say is, please, Spirit, cleanse my energy tonight so I can wake up purified in the morning. That's all you have to say. You just put the intention out there, say it out loud, and if you want to protect yourself, say, I close off any portals, anyone trying to enter my dreams, anyone reading my energy. If you feel like that's happening, state that no one can fuck with your energy unless you verbally consent. And you do not verbally consent while you're sleeping. This also goes for don't eat in your dreams, okay? When you eat in your dreams, you're swallowing something. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, I just got a burning skin taste in my mouth. That's creepy as I'm talking about this. Do one of you have like a weird taste in your mouth lately? You need to really cleanse your energy. Anyway, so don't eat in your dreams. Don't have sex in your dreams. For me, for the last year, I've been trying really hard to gain more awareness in my dreams, and I always have my one faithful prayer since I was 12. I've had one prayer that I've said since I was 12, and all the time when I feel fear, I just recite it right then and there. Go look for protective psalm. How do you say it? Psalms? Psalms, you know. PSALMS. Look up protective those, okay? Pick one that really resonates with you. It might even have a number beside it that you see all the time. That's your best friend right there, okay? Little tip. You don't need to carry around a Bible or crystals or anything if you don't want to. Just please go memorize one just so you can have it on mind when these things happen in your dreams, or if you're feeling things in your house, okay? Excuse me. Solar plexus. So solar plexus is your navel chakra. This can make you feel drained, dependent, and insecure. Like you're scared to do things. You need approval, or you need some kind of insight. You feel like you need advice. It's because you're too aware of everyone else. It's closed off. You can't feel yourself. You're feeling everyone else, okay? You need to call your energy back. That's how you can deal with this one. I call all of my energy back. Please restore me, Creator. Remove anything that does not belong to me with love and light, okay? Say it any old way you want. Look up mantras to call energy back on Google if you need one. Yeah, okay, so let's keep going. Sacral. You don't respect yourself when your sacral is closed. You, like with your partners, there's no boundaries. They can treat you like shit, and 444, you're protected, just so you know. And they can treat you like shit. Friends and family can treat you like shit. You might have a history of horrible partners if your sacral is off balance, because that's your sexual chakra. And you might be overly sexual, and it's just like people, I'm not going to mention things about people. I don't know why I said that. You might be very active. You might be very active. And you, at first, it might seem like confidence, but then after a while, it's like you're spreading your energy really thin. Your sexual energy is the strongest energy in your whole freaking field, okay? And when you're giving that away, especially if you're meant to be a light worker, people around you are doing amazing. You go and spread that love with them, even if it's friends and family. Oh my goodness, you are going to be so drained. Your money's going to be low. You feel like you're always struggling to get it going. That's a big sign, okay? And root, irrational fear and insecure feelings, like irrational. I had someone doing root work on me, and it just totally destroyed my relationship. I take accountability for it all. I should have known right away that someone was doing root work. That's where someone doesn't want you to feel grounded, balanced, secure, safe. That, go down and heal your inner child. Close your eyes and just talk to little you. That's all you have to do. Recite that you're safe, you're here. There's no one around that's going to hurt you, and there's no reason to feel this way. And if you envision that you need a hug or something as a little child, do this. You might have some tears shedding, you might be burping, you might be drooling, you might be throwing up. Keep doing root work on yourself to protect yourself, because if you're not balanced down there, if you don't feel secure, it leads to money problems, relationship problems, basic necessities not met, okay? You might struggle with money a lot if you have your root not grounded, okay? Like, I don't know if other people share this information, but I found it really hard to understand chakras unless I was paying for a $3 monthly subscription, something like that. And that's the only way I could find things out. So if you find this helpful, tell your friends about me so they can get grounded too and, get their money up. I'm just kidding. You don't have to. Go share this information, though. Go ahead. This is a good conversation starter for people who are struggling. I know this is getting a little personal, but I know a lot of recovering addicts. That is so exaggerated in that word, I'm sorry. A lot in recovery, a lot of people who used to be escorts and stuff, they felt like that was their only means because there was a lot of insecurity. Sacral and root chakra being messed with, and solar plexus, that could lead to childhood neglect, childhood abuse in emotional, sexual, physical, financial, always having things taken from you, removed from you. You might grow up with a lot of financial issues. I just want to explain really in depth how you can know that this is being fucked with. And you might always feel like you need money. You might be money hungry or an overachiever and just very sexually active, or like really just sexual in general. I hope this is making sense, okay? All right. So sorry, I'm just looking at the rest of my notes. I wrote a lot and I just really want to get to the pinpoint. I don't like to go over half an hour because I noticed that it doesn't get as many minute views. So the most common forms of energy interference that can mess with you is, as I said, gaslighting, conditioning, abuse as a child, or early relationships, or just current life situations. Not having people who are true to themselves around you and confusing you, manipulating you, and you not being able to see that this has been a theme in your life. Okay, does that make sense? This is like a form of energy manipulation, just so you guys know. I really want to dig into that one day, like energy manipulation. People can do it with words, lies, cheating, everything. We don't even have to get into craft. People can talk shit behind your back and then come see you, and your gut, your intuition, your spirit's like, how come I feel so alerted around you? But they're like, I love you. Let's go for coffee. I'm going to pay for the coffee, okay? Let's go. They like your image. They like your light. If you're experiencing this, you're probably a good luck charm to this person. You need to back the fuck up and get away from this person. Anyone who just puts spikies on your back or your skin, if your spidey senses go, listen to it. Start respecting yourself. You are very intuitive. Your body knows. Don't call these people out. Don't blame them. Take your power back and say, okay, I'm in charge of this situation. I don't have to go for coffee with a two-faced person. And that's just flat out what it is, okay? It's just, we're dealing with a lot of gaslighting in our community nowadays, and it really sucks because it is spiritual manipulation. When we confront people, they like turn it around and we look like the bad guy, we look like an asshole. And then they go and tell people. It's all just spiritual fuckery, okay? Okay. Let's keep going here. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I noted, own your body, watch your back. Don't stop asking for advice from people. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. Stop asking for advice. If you ever need someone to talk to, come to my videos because I chit chat with everyone here. And don't tell people too much about your personal life, especially if you're like working on yourself. Not a lot of people in our circle are working on ourselves, and it's starting to really show. Did you notice that like as you heal, people are getting like weird towards you? It's because your spirit's intimidating them. You're starting to smell their secrets. Okay, let's keep going. It's not necessarily saying be paranoid and build a wall and these people are all fucked up. It's like they're on their own journey, I'm on mine, and I think it's time for me to isolate and start protecting my energy more. You're gonna want to shift and feel different. This is like the spark of a spiritual awakening, if that makes sense. Especially if you're getting into this stuff. Like, how do you even start? How do you do this? Go check out my shadow work video. It's 40 minutes long. Grab some popcorn, grab a notebook, and write down the feelings that come up when you watch it, okay? Because I go right from what is shadow work, how it's created as a child, and how not to do it to other children and people, plus what like triggers are, what projection is, and how to actually start practicing daily. It actually is a full step video. I tried to go in hard on that one and it ended up being long. It's movie time over there, okay? Okay, so something pay attention to as well. Are you depleted after going to a certain area? And it kind of sucks to say this because sometimes it's work, and you actually have to just constantly cleanse. Nope, I'm not going to absorb this. Nope, this isn't mine. I'm leaving this here as I leave the room. Say this in your head. Start practicing this stuff. Don't absorb the thought. And if there's like water tank, is it water tank or water cooler gossip? That, don't dabble in gossip because this does create an energetic connection to really low vibe people when you're trying to heal. You leave feeling stupid, depleted because these people created a cord with you and they're probably talking about you too. No one is off limits with people who gossip. That should be really straightforward. Don't get mad at them. That's just the furthest they can comprehend things. They think that this is helpful, unsolicited, private advice. They think sorting out people's lives behind their back is helpful and it's not, okay? Excuse me, fudge, every time. Freaking burps. You can choose to walk away from any energy. You can take your power away from any of these situations. I just want to let you know that. You don't have to feel depleted or like they drain you. Don't ever blame anyone. How you take control of your energy and power and how you truly start healing is saying, this is in my field now. I'm the captain of this ship and I am not taking this. I'm in a silly mood tonight, guys. Sorry. Okay, and then don't really have to build a wall around yourself, but just start calling your energy back every night before you go to bed. This is a really, really good step. Start calling your energy back. I call it back, blah, 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 send away stuff that's on mine, and I choose to be happy and confident. Even if you don't feel that way, okay, if you don't feel that way, here's a step on how to accept it and just keep continuing working through it. I own that I don't feel so good, okay? We own that. And that happens. Sometimes there's really bad days out there and we cannot just get rid of it. We can't just let it go sometimes. Because deep down in our core, and some people said some hurtful shit, man. I'm not there yet. I'm not that strong yet. And I am okay feeling this, processing this. But I take ownership. And I choose not to absorb this. I choose to give it back to whoever gave it to me. That's how you take some ownership. That's how you deal with your emotions when you're not doing so well. Don't go blaming people, because that's how you give your power away. Like, oh, they fucked with my day. You're literally giving them your energy on a platter. Don't give them that power. These people love it. I just want to tell you that, okay? These people love it. And it's not that they're like snarky, planning on you, blah, blah, blah. They could be. They could be quite jealous spirits and they don't even know it. But take your power back. This is in your field now. This is yours to drive, unload, transmute. Life is a module. And I say this all the time. Life is a module. Everything's given to you as a lesson. You can go and dabble in the negative side, or you can take it as, how come this came into my field today? How come this person brought this to me today? What can I take from this? That's how you take your power back. What can I take from this? It's like that person is unaware of themselves, and I'm starting to see, maybe have I ever done that before? Because I noticed when I started to like, go watch my shadow work video. I'm gonna say it again and again. This is, everything around us is a module. Everything around us is a mirror. It's given to us either because we dealt with it continuously over and over and over, and we just gave our power away to it, and now it's like, this is like interrogating our spirit and our life because we have to build boundaries around it. Or else, manifestation and karma. We've done this to someone at one point and we kind of were arrogant and neglected to see it. It's really dependent on where you are with your shadow work. Don't blame yourself or them. Just take accountability that it's sitting in your bus now, and it's up to you what happens with it. Okay? Please don't blame and gossip, because that is just so draining for you. It's giving your power away, and it's putting you in a victim mentality, and you're a fucking rock star, okay? You're not a victim. All right, let's see. What else did I put in notes? So when you start doing this, when you start taking ownership, you're going to feel more awareness in your crown. You're going to start being able to pause for a second before you even react or acknowledge something, and you're going to be like, that's not for me. I choose not to take that on. And it's just gonna go, okay? That's when you start becoming super protected, because everything enters through the crown and goes down, okay? All right, third eye. You just have this like knowing. You just know. Like, say you worked on yourself enough and all of a sudden someone shady comes into your field and you're like, and they're acting so loving, sweet, and they're sending you hearts and stuff, and you're like, I hope that you have a good day. Thank you for trying to catch up with me, but I'm just really busy right now. I have a lot of things to do, and I'm sending you so much love. Always send love. Never call someone out. Never be malice with your conversation. Continue to spread love, and you're going to receive love tenfold. I just want to say that. We always say, you do, and you receive tenfold. So do you. Okay? So do I. I had harsh lessons with that. Okay? I was walking around. Like, judgment is a spiritual lesson. Daily. It's a spiritual exercise daily. Are we going to judge, or are we going to choose to observe and detach so that we can complete our own healing and stay in our own element? Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, so throat. Decisive. Yes, no. I know I don't want to do that. Yes, I'm going to move forward with that, and I don't care what anyone has to say. Okay? And it's clear you're not scratchy, you're not like dry throat all the time. Okay, and then heart-centeredness. You have complete compassion, you're open, you're compatible with any and all situations, and you don't get hurt in the meanwhile. You don't build anger or resentment. You don't have like grudges, okay? Just basically when your chakras are aligned, I'm just gonna say there's like a theme of just overall calmness. I'm sorry. I have energy release today, guys. I keep burping. I'm so sorry. But and you're going to be burping a lot when you're constantly doing energy work. You're going to be burping, eyes watering, everything. Flaky hair, flaky skin, excessive sweating, maybe oily skin. Just remember to take spiritual baths pretty often when you start noticing this stuff, okay? It's okay to wash your hair more than like once a week. Usually I wash my hair once a week, but lately I've been doing a lot of energy work, so I'm having to just constantly go in there. Okay, and then solar plexus. Just very still and calm. Confident in self, like you actually radiate confidence, and people are going to notice the shift in your energy too. It's going to be like, you're different. What's going on? You feel good. Be careful with this because you're going to have a lot of energy vampires who want a piece, okay? This is where you need to just completely respect your boundaries in the kindest way, okay? I'll talk about how to place more boundaries. It'll be a quick 10-minute video tomorrow, okay? We'll talk about boundaries tomorrow. Okay. Oh, next one. Sacral, boundaries. You know your limits and you respect yourself. It's people saying what, WYD, what you do. Sleeping. Bye. Like, that's what it's going to be like. It's people, you're not going to want to like, you know, you're not going to want to receive that attention or approval, or you're not going to want to be seen. I don't know how to explain it. You just become more settled in your energy and you're like, I just did a little photo shoot. I'm sorry, guys. I feel silly today. But yeah, boundaries. Do you respect yourself? You respect others too. Greatly, greatly, okay? Root, ground is stable. Money's actually flowing and going pretty well. You don't feel paranoid, you don't feel insecure, like you're noticing your home living situation's a little more settled, your family's settled around you. I just want to let you know, don't blame other people for not working on themselves. Continue to work on yourself and people around you will just slowly fall into place. I really hope this helps someone. I kind of like went on a spiel with spirit. Like, I talk so fast and sometimes I miss things, sometimes I don't make sense. If you're confused about anything, friggin' comment, find me on Instagram and all my links. Go ahead. Go ahead. I just want to let you guys know I post a lot of shadow work or seed planting thought posts in my story on Instagram. So if you want to watch daily, go ahead, check there. I'm really active there. I also have energy interference symptoms reels on there, and then how to tell if someone's reading divination really quick. You can go screenshot those and save that too, just so you have it on hand and be like, okay, I have that symptom, I need to go cleanse my energy. And I have a energy recall mantra on my reels too, so go check those out, save them, download them, go write them down, memorize them. I'm really excited for you guys to be here and start protecting yourself more. I love you guys, and I hope this is helpful. Have a good night. Bye.